In this segment, I'm going to show you a technique that some people would argue is highly objectionable, and that is compositing images to create a photograph. Well, to me, it's just part of the old creative process. And I'm just going to show you one example, and it might get some of your creative juices going. This is an image, and my intent was to create a very surrealistic looking image, something very bright, very saturated colors, and very, very high contrast. And I really wanted to create two different looks, and I couldn't do it in one photograph. The bottom portion of the photograph, the foreground is the Homer Spit, and this is Southern Cook Inlet, and that's the Augustine volcano that's 70 miles away. And then the top portion of the image is sandhill cranes that are flying by, and you'll notice that their wings are beating. You can tell because they're blurred. And actually, this evening it was nice and clear, but there was a breeze blowing, and the seagrass that's in the foreground here was actually moving back and forth, not blown like a hurricane or anything, but it was blowing enough so that I couldn't capture this image at the same shutter speed as I was capturing the birds, or these would have blurred. And I definitely wanted all this to be super sharp. So what I did was I just shot two different images and then composited them. And I shot the foreground at probably 1/250th of a second and f/16, so there's lots and lots of depth of field. And then I shot the birds up at elevation at 1/20th of a second because I wanted to create this contrast between the sharp lower and then the blurred upper and to show the motion in the bird's wings. So it's a composite image that actually required two photographs. So I put the birds on one layer, and I control what they look by controlling the lighting, and I use a layer mask to blend them. And then I added saturation to the sky by adding a couple of different sky layers and blending them together. And then I use curve adjustment layers to adjust individual layers to get just the look and feel that I wanted to. So I had a lot of fun doing this project, and it got just the look and feel I was looking for. But it actually required a composite. I couldn't do it in one photograph. Even if I could get the birds in exactly the right place at the right time, I couldn't use the same shutter speed. So just something to think about with get your creative juices flowing. If you've got images that you'd like to combine together to create other images, compositing is the key to do it, and Photoshop is currently the best tool in which to accomplish that. All right, have fun.